You have pretty eyes.
Thank you.
You look pretty.
Thank you.
Why are you thanking me for telling me the truth? I'll tell you another truth. You live in a 3-bedroom house. Why aren't you saying thank you?
Hi guys, welcome back to our channel, The Masegos. I am Michelle.
And I'm Anele.
Yeah, and today we have a very interesting story time. We hope you guys enjoy. We hope it's not too long a video. Hopefully we don't get carried away as we usually do. But yeah, before we start, we just want to say thank you so much for the positive feedback on our reflections on our first year of marriage video. It was very interesting. We didn't know how it would pan out, sharing our ups and downs in the first year of marriage. Anele mentioned that he was a little bit nervous. I felt super comfortable, but watching back, I was like, oh yeah, we really shared quite a bit. And I'm just glad that people found value in it and appreciated the honesty that we came with, because it was genuine and it was honest. And we just hope it helps our peers, friends, and whoever watches who's thinking of marriage, planning for marriage, wants to get married one day, So yeah, do check it out if you haven't seen it. There's a part 1 and part 2 where we really dive into our first year of marriage. But thank you so much for subscribing, for coming back and watching, for supporting. We have like over 600 subscribers now.
Yeah, that's a lot.
That's a lot of people, which is so strange for us, because it's like, people are actually watching us and viewing us and commenting, which we really love. We love engaging in the comments.
Yes, please keep them coming, and we try to reply to every single comment. We've never missed one so far.
So we're not even trying, we're succeeding, we're excelling. And it's just really nice to interact, to speak with you guys, to just find out like what you think and just hear your perspectives. Even the kind words, they mean so much. It's really humbling and we appreciate it. But today's video, as the title clearly have stated anyway, we are going to be sharing the story of how we found out we were pregnant with Amava Asemahle, our daughter. That's her name.
We're speaking about the pregnancy. What about the making of it? I'm joking.
So we'll be sharing how we found out, because it was a surprise. I think we've mentioned she was a happy surprise.
Yes, a pleasant, happy surprise.
Very beautiful. She's a very happy person, and you're a happy surprise. If we were out there with names, we would have named her a happy surprise. But yeah, no, we went really deep with the names, and we love her names. So I guess I'll get us started, because clearly I experienced the symptoms. I carried the baby physically.
You found out you were pregnant before I did.
Which he was not happy with. But just to take it back to 2021, oh my goodness. Wow. Even though it seemed like it was so long ago, it was, I remember just that period, I guess, when things were just feeling funny, for like as if it was yesterday. So I think I mentioned in our marriage video that I got really into health and fitness and getting my body right and healthy and stuff, after all the issues I'd experienced with contraceptives, and we were trying out the calendar method, which we thought was...
Which I learned doesn't work.
It does work. It's just that we weren't disciplined, basically.
Beg to differ, but anyway.
But so I was just really healthy, eating well, exercising. I felt really great, to be honest. really honestly, before falling pregnant with Amava, I was really in the best shape of my life. I felt energetic. I was running, I think now complex. And I just felt so good. So I was really in tune with my body. I understood, all the effects of those previous contraceptives I had used had worn off and things like that. And I was just strong and fit, And also, I think COVID having recently happened, it was also just another motivating factor for me to get really fit and healthy. And I would also bring it in on the healthy aspect, which I think also just accelerated the whole pleasant surprise that happened, because I mean, if I had healthy things, he'd have healthy things as well. I'd make him yummy meals and
smoothies.
Yes. And because I was like, I don't want to be healthy on my own. I also want my husband to be healthy. We need to be healthy together. But yeah, I was very in tune with my body, and I noticed early in Feb, after my first period of the year, which was my last period of the year, we say, "Hi, man, things feel off," and I thought it was like a flu. I'd recently started taking like some biotin pills for like hair growth, because I was just exploring all these health things, and I'll take some supplements and things like that. Also eating healthy. So I thought these biotin pills. First of all, I'm having these crazy vivid dreams. Like, hi, Bo, what's going on? I'm feeling weak to the bone. So I was like, yo, am I getting COVID?
Vivid dreams of what?
Just strange, crazy things. Like, I can't remember the dreams now. But like, I'd wake up remembering them, like clearly, like, like it was like it had happened. And when I Googled like side effects of the pills I was taking, it just so happened that they can cause that. So I was convinced that it was the pills, not knowing that an early symptom of pregnancy is also that is actually vivid dreams, which I now, looking back, I know it was linked to the pregnancy and not necessarily the pills. Because I mean, I have taken biotin pills since, so I know it's not that. I don't have that reaction.
Okay.
So I'm feeling weak to the bone. I'm like, yo, am I getting COVID? What's going on? And I expressed to him some of the symptoms. I'm like, no, man, something's off with my body. But for some reason, pregnancy wasn't even a thought, because I also had this fear that whenever we finally decided to start trying for a baby, that it would be very difficult to have a baby, because of the effects I'd have with the contraceptives. And some of the symptoms I experienced made me think that I had like a condition, I think endometriosis, because I would just have this pain on my side. If you remember, I complain about that, and it was just a consistent complaint. It was like a dull ache that just stayed with me. And from the research I had done, even having inquired with the doctor, he said it might be that. But with diagnosing endometriosis, those who have it, if any women watching who can like confirm in the comments, you need to have some sort of like surgery or procedure where like is it a laparoscopy? Don't know the terminology. I'm sorry, but some sort of procedure where they like have a camera check the inside. So I never formally got that diagnosed.
It was expensive.
Because it was expensive and I needed to get on medical aid and stuff. So in the meantime, I was just really focused on my health and taking care of my body and hoping to alleviate those symptoms, So I just thought, when Anil and I decide to have a baby and we're actively trying, it's going to be difficult, So
And just put it out there. I never thought it would be difficult.
Yeah, he was like, no.
I feel fertile.
He was convinced.
I always tell her that she's stressing about nothing. When we want to get a child, we'll get a child.
Yeah.
We'll pray. It will just happen.
Yeah, so he was convinced that no, when we decide to have a baby, it's gonna be smooth sailing and easy. And like I've always told him, even since then, that it's not automatic. It's really a God orchestrated thing, which it is. I mean, you have cases, yes, of teenagers who just fall pregnant, but then even with couples who've been healthy and stuff and who try for a baby, it's not just an automatic thing. So I was very mindful of that, and I guess to an extent very fearful that we would struggle to to conceive, and I already have these issues, and contraceptives treat me so badly. Like, what's going on with my body? Excuse me, I don't have the funds yet to figure out what's wrong or why this pain is there, etc., etc. So pregnancy was the last thing on my mind, to be honest, when I was going through what I was going through those early weeks of Feb. So I'm having these crazy dreams, which I'm convinced of the biotin pills. I'm feeling weak to the bone. I'm also feeling very tired. I think I was very fatigued. And I had this conversation with you. I'm like, yo, I'm feeling so tired. And I really linked it to COVID. You know, pregnancy wasn't a thing. And what else? What other symptoms? Like, I also thought maybe it was pre-period, but then I was like, it's a bit too early for the period, you know, but who knows? But all the symptoms I was feeling basically, and also just this off-putting feeling that something has shifted in my body, I linked to pregnancy. I mean, not pregnancy, I linked to COVID because of the 2021, COVID was still a thing. Yeah. And I shared this with you. We shared the symptoms. And I think the week leading up to before finally taking the test, we had agreed that we're gonna just take a test to rule it out. Right. Do you have anything to add before I continue?
I know, continue. It's all right. I'll jump in on it.
So that Friday of that, the week of Feb, early Feb, don't remember the dates really. After work, I was like, no, I just want to rule this thing out, because I was convinced I was not pregnant. Like, I was just super convinced I was not pregnant.
Mind you, the agreement was she buys it and then she does the test at home when I'm there. Yeah, so that was part of the thing. But
yeah, I think I texted you earlier that day that had I texted you or had we spoken? I'm not sure if we had a conversation earlier in the week or I texted you that day. I'm like, oh, I'm just going to do the test.
Don't lie. No. Don't lie. Oh, you're on camera. Yeah. We agreed to buy the test, do it at home when we are both at home. Yeah. Go on. Continue.
Okay, fine. So I was like, no, I'm not pregnant. Like, there's no need to make this a huge event. It's not that time yet. I was convinced with, the following Monday, I'm just going to go to the doctor and just figure out if I have COVID or flu or whatever's going on with my body. And that would be it. So he was lecturing at Doornfontein, UJ campus at the time. And I would pick him up after work. So take our car. So like we'd drop him off in the mornings, drop him off at UJ first, and then I proceed to go with the car to my office place. I was currently at the office, not a client. So I was in Rosebank, where my firm where I worked was. And Fridays we knock off early. I think he was still busy anyway. So I was like, you know what? Let me just quickly go to the mall, Rosebank Mall, pick up a test, and just rule this thing out. You know what I mean? Right? So I walk into the Clicks, Lape Rosebank Mall, get the cheap Clicks brand test, nothing fancy. And the toilets were really near as well. Literally go into the toilet. I don't think I'd ever taken a pregnancy test before. So I read the instructions.
Yeah, I'm sure you haven't. You shouldn't have.
Yeah, so I hadn't.
Continue.
I hadn't taken one. So I'm reading the instructions. I'm like, oh, okay. I do what I need to do. And I put the test down, and then now I'm just, getting myself clothed up again. And then I just quickly check it to make sure that it's, sitting flat, because I've never done this before. And I quickly glance at it. I'm like, it's probably still loading. And I see 2 lines, literally, before I'm even finished dressing up. And I'm in shock. I remember being so shocked. I think my mouth just opened while I was in that toilet stall. And I sat on the toilet seat, just in shock. Like, even though we know how, but I was like, how is this happening? And yeah. I wish I could say that no, I was now planning some surprise for him. Some like, announcement surprise. It's, oh, I'm gonna have a baby, but I was finished.
Yeah, how did I find out, Michelle?
I was finished. So after
you're not finished. Tell us how you found out. How I found out.
After realizing that actually I should have waited and just done this test like we agreed, because now this is a huge moment that I'm processing alone. I drove. I managed to drive to Doornfontein campus, and I waited for him. Right, I'm sure I didn't even wait long. I don't even remember, because probably like just a million things were racing through my head. I'm waiting outside the campus. So usually what we would do when going home, because I wouldn't want to drive anymore, I'd now be in the passenger seat. And when he comes through, he puts his bag in the boot and then he gets into the driver's seat and we go. That was our routine. So I literally put the pregnancy test right on the driver's seat. I see him coming out, Mr. Chirpy, he's upbeat, he's excited, it's weekend, and he opens the door. He's like, what is this? I'm like, look, and you can take over.
I see two lines. I don't understand what's going on. I don't know what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
And I look at that thing, I'm like, is that a pregnancy test? And then she laughs, like what she does, She laughs. I'm like, what's this person laughing at? Like, is that a pregnancy test? Yeah.
Was I not just in shock? Oh. I don't remember, but like, okay.
Yeah. I asked her, is this a pregnancy test? You bought it? She's like, yes. I'm like, oh, cool. So we're going to do it at home. She laughs. Then I realize, oh, this thing is done. And I ask, what does this mean? This means I'm pregnant. And then, I know. I felt my brain vibrate a bit.
Yes, we were married and stuff, guys, but like, you'd swear it's like he knocked me up while we were teenagers. I was just like, how did this happen?
Yeah, no,
Ganti playing with boys does this.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I was also very worried and scared and very freaked out. But we got home.
We didn't get home.
We didn't get home.
We did not get home.
Yeah. We drove. I was a bit upset with her. I'm like, no, but this is not what we agreed.
Yeah, I guess he wanted the whole moment find out together if it. Well, I guess he just wanted to be in on it from the get-go. Yeah. And I felt bad because I really had convinced myself. Although looking back, I feel like part of me should have known. Like, I feel like there was that suspicion, but I would just be like, no, there's no way, and I should have just waited to do it with him. But yeah. So I understood his frustration, but I mean, it was now like, it was
no longer about that, was it?
it was that. Like, there's nothing else we could have done about it.
Yeah. Well, how did we get to Clicks again?
So on our way home, we passed by a shopping center near our apartment building. And I was convinced that, no, this is probably a fluke. It was a cheap test. And we need to buy another one. And this time we'll go for the big guns. I will clear blue with digital what's.
And I'm complaining. It's fine. We must just accept the results.
I know. It's like, no, maybe it's a false positive. Are you sure? Like, are you colent on shit? Like, and it was really early on too, because like I really felt it's not like I had missed my period. So I hadn't missed my period yet. I think my period was the following week, and I just felt things were strange in my body. So when taking this test, I was literally just ruling it out because I'm like, my period is still coming anyway. It never came. It never came. I didn't see it that whole year. So I was just convinced, but I'm just ruling this thing out because I want to go to the doctor and to make, plans to take leave and make sure that if it's COVID, we take the right measures, etc. Was it meant to be?
buys the expensive one.
Yep.
Eating away our money that we must save up
Now
for
we
the
need
child.
to save up for umntana. Yeah.
Buys that expensive one, does the test, comes back, same result.
Yeah, I think it said 2 to 3 weeks or something like that.
Yeah.
And it was just like,
yeah.
and it also didn't waste time. It took time. It was just like
quite quick also.
Quite quick. And mind you, usually when you do these tests, like when you read, they're like, you must use your first urine of the morning. It's the most concentrated. Mine was just like,
probably that was your last urine of the day. It picked up so good. Yeah. But
yeah.
Oh well, that was in the last test though.
Yeah, I was in disbelief. I remember that night before I bought more tests, probably the following week.
Test.
That night I sat on the couch and I thought about my life. I don't know where he was, but I couldn't sleep, and I sat on the couch and I was just like, I'm gonna be a mom. Me, a mom, a mother. It's huge. Like, I mean, yes, we're laughing a lot in this video, but it was massive. Next week's video will go into depth about, how our pregnancy journey was and everything. So I'm not going to go into that now, but it was so big. It was such a huge mind shift for me. Like, I was like, right now there's a child growing in my belly. It was just so hard for me to understand and just to accept, to the point that I think we really, like, we made a doctor's appointment also really early. Like, I pushed for that. And even when I went, I don't think the doctor could see much yet.
Yeah.
And mind you, now I'm wasting appointments because, medical aid. Yeah, thankfully we did have medical aid. Praise the Lord.
Yeah.
We weren't caught that off guard. That we had medical aid for private care and stuff, but yeah,
needed to upgrade.
We needed to upgrade. Hey, we'll dive into all of that, but it was such a shock. I couldn't sleep that night, that Friday night, that Sabbath, just like, yo, Lord, what? Yeah, but you, how were you feeling that night?
Me, I accepted.
So quickly.
Yeah, you remember, or you don't remember, or remind you.
I remind you.
It was a shock. It was massive, but accepted.
I'm gonna be a daddy.
Yeah, it priced into my thinking that I would have kids someday. She, on the other hand, didn't even think she'd ever get married anyway.
Exactly. Like, these things were not on my bingo card.
Yeah. So with me, I knew I'd get a beautiful wife, and I'll be married to them, and I'll have a child, mind you, a son.
We're not there. We'll get to that next week.
But yeah, so it did shock me. I was a bit worried because, look, I think one thing you didn't mention was that I had said to her that next year, the following year, we'll try for a baby.
Yeah, so it was 2021.
Yeah.
So I think, had we not said the December of that year or the following year?
Yeah.
I don't know, but we kept putting it off though.
But
that was our first date. Yeah, it was our first date.
I said to her, next year, we're going to try to have a baby,
Yeah.
So let's just sort our things out and then we try for a baby. Little did I know that calendar method would land me up.
I don't think it's the calendar method though. Hi guys. I don't want to discourage the calendar method because I know contraceptives really put women through a lot of women. Those who have positive experiences just know that you are very blessed to have positive experiences with contraceptives. But I feel like I don't know, maybe, like, I'll accept the blame game. I was careless because I was convinced that I would struggle to get pregnant anyway. So I don't want to go into the mechanics of how our daughter was conceived. But
there was this one day.
TMI, we're not that kind of shallow. We're honest Yes, but we're not going to share those details.
Yeah.
But there was a one day value.
Hey, it was that one day.
Yeah, there was that one day, and yeah. But anyway, so yeah, I think that was it really.
Yeah.
We just proceeded with
Whatever was needed.
the journey
Needed
and
to do what needed to be
accepting
done.
it. Yeah, and we didn't rush to tell anyone really. I think we were in shock. Well, I was in shock for a while.
Yeah, Michelle asked me not to tell people.
I was in shock,
she wasn't comfortable yet,
and I was very nervous.
I was very eager to start blurting it out.
Yeah,
I did start sharing with my students.
Oh my!
And a few friends.
Yeah, he was
and
excited.
Family, of course, I told my parents and.
No, but we told your parents together.
Yeah.
I remember even we took
nice
we had even had a video, but we lost it on like my old phone.
Oh, we had mugs. We bought mugs.
Yes.
Saying you're about to be a grandma.
You're going to be a grandpa for both sides of the grandparents.
Yeah.
And we took cute videos that we ended up losing, which is sad. But anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, we waited a bit. I think we told them at like 8 weeks or something. Because I was
very long 8 weeks for me.
Well, I mean, with the whole pregnancy thing, I think it was probably like a few weeks, like 4 or something.
Yeah, it was very long, 4 weeks. I couldn't.
The whole pregnancy calendar, because it's already 2 to 3 weeks, because they count from your first period, all of that stuff. But yeah, I was really in my head, like we'll go into it next week. I had so many fears. So I was like, yo, what if we miscarry this baby? Like, I'm now just fearing the worst already. Let's wait. Hey, yeah, next week's video won't be so lighthearted, unfortunately. But yeah, it was quite a journey. But yeah, we can reflect on it and there's so much we've learned. But we just wanted to introduce this with the story of how we found out that we were expecting our daughter. And how it was life-changing, and how you shouldn't be like me and just jump the gun and be like and rule it out. It's something you should find out with your partner. Well, if it depends, unless you want to surprise him later on. Because I was just But yeah, we hope you enjoyed our story, guys.
Yeah. Share with us your stories as well. Some of you have very fascinating stories.
Yeah, if you have kids, how you found out. Yeah.
We love your comments, and we have replied to every single comment.
Yes.
So yes, please share. Also like the video, subscribe, and also share it with other people as well. We love to be a big family.
One step at a time, we're easing into it. But thank you so much for watching, guys. We'll catch you in our next video.
Cheers. Good night.
Bye.